Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Liz, and I love to tell you about the Akashic Records readings I provide for clients. I shared in a previous video detailing my journey in this lifetime back to the Akashic Records and shared how I saw myself working in the Akashic field in another lifetime, which I'll link here if you're interested. In case this is your first time hearing about the Akashic Records, here is my very brief introduction, and if you've already heard it, please just skip ahead. The Akashic Records is also known as the Book of Life and is compared to an energetic library located in the 8th dimension that documents everything that has ever existed in the universe. Every living being, humans, animals, plants, DNA, and non-living objects, building, businesses, atoms, AI. Every thought, every intention and desire, past, present, and future possibility are captured and recorded. The term is derived from the Sanskrit word akasha, meaning space, sky, or ether. The Akashic Records as a term was coined and brought to our modern lexicon by theosophists and anthroposophists in the 19th century and continues to be studied today. Everyone has a soul profile in the Akashic Records. If you're not sure why you should get your reading done, I'd love to explain some of the reasons why you could benefit from it and how it can be transformational for you. To start, getting an Akashic Records reading is not fortune telling. I would describe it more like a healing modality or a consulting or counseling appointment, which is suitable for anyone. I compare it to a spiritual Socratic method, a dialogue between you and your Akashic record guides, if you will, that fosters and hones your critical thinking with the added guidance of the wisdom available inside of the Akashic Records library. Through this dialectic, which is the art of investigating truth, it can help you eliminate thoughts and self-limiting beliefs that no longer serve you and empower you to make decisions that are in alignment with your journey in the present. This reading is perfect for people who may be into what I call the truth seekers triad: spirituality, science, and creativity. You do not have to be religious or have a spiritual practice or meditate in order to deepen your knowledge about your soul's journey. To read anyone's records, I would need to obtain your permission and a few details about your birth, which is similar to receiving an astrology natal chart reading, so that we can confirm that we actually have the right file or the correct soul that we're reading. You, the seeker of truth and client, must be over 18, as that is the age of consent, meaning you are fully empowered to make your own decisions. There are a few steps that I have to go through to confirm that I have permission to open your records. When I have permission, we are greeted by your Akashic record gatekeeper and perhaps a few of your guides and loved ones. Your gatekeeper will lovingly answer the questions you have and will only share information most relevant to your journey right now. I practice and have used other healing modalities, but using the Akashic Records is one of my preferred modalities because it is a deeper dive, looking at the question at the soul level or the multi-dimensional perspective, and it has been nothing but transformative for myself and for clients whom I've had the privilege to do readings so far. If you have a business, I can also read the Akashic Records for your business. If you may be curious about a location, maybe for your business or a house or a location that you would like to buy or rent or move to, it is possible to look into the Akashic Records for those purposes as well. Asking good questions is the key to making the most out of your reading. I suggest framing the questions with what, why, or how questions instead of yes, no questions or when. For example, why is this situation a struggle for me? What is the reason at soul level that I need to know, and how can I work around or move towards the best possible outcome for me right now? Sometimes, as part of the reading, I will also use supplemental tools like Elemental, Tarot, or Oracle cards, or the I Ching, because I do find that a visual aid and some additional words tend to complement and confirm the information already delivered through the Akashic Records. It's not necessary, but it's a nice supplement. And a visual aid always helps, right? Right now, I offer 2 readings for individuals, the Soul Origin and the Soul Guidance. The Soul Origins is most suitable for people who never had an Akashic Records reading before and are looking for an in-depth, deep dive into their soul journey, and the reading will be shaped around the questions you might want to ask and know. The Soul Guidance is for people who may have already had an Akashic Records reading with either another practitioner or myself and are looking for follow-up questions or have new questions or situations that they're interested in looking into in their Akashic Records. The Soul Guidance is also great for businesses, houses, and situations, as mentioned. And for these readings, you can also ask about your relationship with other people, but the reading will be centered around you and your records, which is why in these situations I will not need their birth data or consent and can still provide an insightful reading based on your records alone. For group readings, I offer the Duo, which is for 2 people, and Family for relationships and family dynamics. This one is a more in-depth view of the soul origins of at least 2 individuals, and this will require their birth data and consent. You can participate together in the video conference portion or have one representative present to ask the questions on behalf of the family members or the other party. For all readings, I would perform it separately, and then we would schedule a time for us to do the live video conference portion where I present what I read or read based on your questions, and then more information may be revealed in person as you ask clarifying questions for your Akashic Record guides. At the end of the reading, you will receive an audio recording of our joint session, as well as any supplemental written information or relevant images or messages relating to our specific reading. Each individual session might take up to 2 hours or more, and group readings may take me up to 4 hours. For my rates, I asked my Akashic Records gatekeeper to assign them for me for my readings, and I also provide a sliding scale for people who are going through financial hardships and may need my services but cannot afford the current assigned rates. In those situations, I obtain permission from my Akashic Record guides to perform these readings in advance and work out with the client a sliding scale and payment plan. There may be situations where I cannot open your Akashic Records. Sometimes no reason is given. Other times, the guides might suggest a pathway that will allow the records to be available for a reading at a future time. I always make sure I have permission to open your records before accepting any payments and performing the reading. And so, of course, since I can't perform the reading, there will be no charge. And if you cannot make your appointment and would like to reschedule, I need at least 24-hour notice for the reschedule. If you do not show up at the time of our appointment, I will complete the reading by sending you an audio recording so you can listen to it when your schedule permits, and the reading will be considered complete and fulfilled. I make sure to share my booking policies and terms and conditions for each client so that the process is easy and transparent. It's just like when you go in for a doctor's or dentist appointment or even a massage or facial treatment appointment. You go and you fill out a questionnaire, you read the terms, and you sign a consent form for services. The practitioner wants you to know what to expect and outline what the session entails. An Akashic Records reading is no different in that sense. Finally, I want to share that even if you have a spiritual or religious practice that you are dedicated to and may be worried that it conflicts with your belief system, I'm here to assure you that Akashic Records is not only non-denominational, it actually spans all spiritual and religious practices as well as the natural sciences and academia. I know, that sounds a bit like an overreach, but it doesn't make it any less true. If you are wondering where writers, philosophers, creatives, scientists, ascended masters perhaps coalesce somewhere to get truth, well, it's the Akashic Records. I hope this video helps demystify what goes on when you have an Akashic Records reading. And in the description section, I will provide links to testimonials I've collected from past clients who graciously agreed to write one for me. Because when I'm deciding on services for myself, I always read the testimonials. So that's why I try to collect more testimonials so future clients can get a sense about my services. I, as Liz in this lifetime, may appear and present myself in this way who has the ability to perform insightful and transformative readings for others, and I humbly offer my services. And I will admit that I might not come off as this confident spiritual teacher and powerful psychic, and perhaps that's a result of my soul makeup and my cultural upbringing in this incarnation. But if there's anything I am confident about, it's about the Akashic Records and my track record of being a super nerd, which is why I could find the courage to pursue this path. Please feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section on Discord, Instagram, and via email, and I look forward to being of service to anyone who may be interested in an Akashic Records reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you, and until next time, take care. Bye!